Live from downtown, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Less than 24 hours after this family's emotional plea, an arrest is made in their loved one's murder.
There's an email going around making some troubling claims about Dearborn, and the police chief wants you to know the truth.
And a nationally known downtown Detroit Coney forced to close for the lunchtime rush after a violent dust-up. Good to have you with us at 6. They are going to do their best to act as if nothing happened tonight at the Lafayette Coney Island.
After all, the place gets busy on a Friday night, but it's been a really rough day with a couple of broken windows and much of the staff behind bars. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live downtown with the latest on what happened. Rod?
Well, I tell you guys, it is bedlam in here, but take a look behind me. The window in the middle is gone. That's where the white cardboard is. If you look to the left, you can see the cracks in that window. That one is going to have to get replaced, and the door as well here. But it's what happened after all of this that really has been the problem for the restaurant tonight.
No reason. The guy come no reason. He got his knife like this. He bumped him up like this. I was downstairs. I nobody no attention, but this guy he see him with a knife like this. Bump, bump for no reason.
This is what the scene looked like seconds after the attack. Glass chunks in the mustard, shards in the famous chili sauce. They were forced to throw away all the food they were cooking at the height of lunch hour and scrub the entire kitchen clean. Ali tells us there were federal agents inside eating lunch at the time. They helped stop the homeless man. They say broke the window. But here's where everything went awry. Half of Al-Halmi's staff angrily ran out of the restaurant and started attacking the homeless man. Ali had been in the basement, called 911 when he heard the commotion, and Detroit police officers arrived just in time to arrest 3 of the Lafayette staffers. Will you go bail them out?
I will bail him out. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Are you happy that they helped you, they defended you?
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, sure.
Detroit Police Commander Franklin Hayes says they didn't handle the situation at all well.
Violence, whether it be against person or property of others, not a wise decision to make, and for that we will hold them accountable.
Ali is frustrated because he says if the homeless guy was hungry, he'd have gladly given him lunch to avoid this kind of upheaval.
If I was here, I could give him 1 hot dog or 2 hot dogs, 3 hot dogs free, and let him go. And I want to do all this in the front, like this in the front of the people in Lafayette, Coney Island.
So here's how the arrest numbers work out. You got one homeless gentleman who was arrested by police for apparently breaking the window, and then 3 of the employees here. They're all still sitting over in the Detroit Detention Center tonight, awaiting the processing of their case. Back to you.
So, Rod, any idea how much this incident's cost them so far? They had to get rid of all that food as well.
Well, the meter's running on all of this. They had to close down during lunch. They figure that was probably $500 to $1,000. The windows are going to be at least $1,000, maybe more than that, and they're not even counting bond money.
Right, what a shame. All right, thank you, Rod.
We need about 6 with everything since he's on his way back. Since we're
That's right.
here in the studio, and we are getting ready, obviously, for a big Labor Day weekend. A lot of small-scale celebrations as people celebrate kind of the last farewell of summer, but then the big ones like the Jazz Festival and Arts Pizza and Eats.
Yeah, and usually we're sweating it out this weekend in most years, but not this year. The humidity and the heat both working in our favor. And kind of the worst thing we're going to be worried about are these high clouds that are sort of hanging over us tonight. Temperatures, though, still comfortable out there. They're in the mid-70s. Not much in the way of humidity. A little bit of a breeze, which is out of the northwest. Humidity is not going to be a problem until mainly Monday. But as you look at the upcoming holiday weekend, here are the 3 days at a glance. Obviously, Monday is the warmest. We'll rank that with the gold medal here and call it number 1. Second best day probably going to be Saturday with that 75-degree finish and partly cloudy skies. Both of those days look dry. Not so much on Sunday. It comes in 3rd place here. We're looking at scattered showers. We'll talk timing and who has the best chance of staying dry. All coming up in a few minutes, Karen.
Waterford police are asking for your help tonight. They're looking for this man, Adonis Wilson. He's a person of interest in that fatal fire in Waterford earlier this week where a woman was found dead inside a home. Mara McDonald is live on Lynn Street. Mara, police are treating this as a homicide.
Karen, they sure are. Here's the deal. Take a look behind me. You can see they've got this home all boarded up. When Waterford Township firefighters got out here on Tuesday, they found a woman in her 50s dead inside this home that was engulfed in flames. Now, they're not releasing her identity yet, although everybody on this street at least assumes it is their neighbor who lived here, simply because they say they have to wait for the ME to confirm that identity. Police say they're looking for Adonis Wilson in connection with the murder and fire here, and say he's driving a 2007 white Dodge Caravan, similar to this one, except his has some rust on it. It also has a plate of CCA 014. Wilson was seen at the home the day of the fire doing lawn maintenance and going into the house. The woman who lives here is in her 50s and is believed to be the murder victim.
In the short time that I've known her, she's just this amazing person, but I think she was just very trusting.
Although police aren't releasing her identity because they say they're still working with the medical examiner to confirm it, Wilson had been seen at the home in the past cutting the grass. Police are describing him as a person of interest tonight in the murder and the fire. Here live, if you have any idea where Adonis Wilson might be, or if you've seen that van that he's driving around in, Waterford police really want to hear from you. We're live in Waterford Township tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, appreciate it, Mara.
However long her daddy had to stay in heaven, that's how long the guy who murdered him should stay in jail. Just turn yourself in, please. I'm begging you, just turn yourself in.
Less than 24 hours after that outpouring of emotion from the family of Santo Williams, we can report an arrest has been made in his murder. Williams was 30 years old when he was gunned down back in June. Witnesses say he was trying to break up a fight in the parking lot of the Cartier Lounge on Detroit's east side. The aspiring DJ and party promoter was married, had a 5-year-old daughter, and yesterday at 6 we showed you the surveillance image of the suspect. Well, now Crime Stoppers confirms someone is in custody.
Dearborn police are warning residents of an email scam circulating around the city. The email in question claims Dearborn crime has increased by 78% and tells residents to buy a security camera. According to the Dearborn Police Department, crime is actually down 14%. Anyone who received the email should disregard it and not click any links within that email.
A former Macomb County Corrections deputy is charged tonight after allegedly taking pills from a prisoner for himself.
Peyton McCallum of Utica is charged with misdemeanor embezzlement. Now we're told that officials started an investigation after they went to take the confiscated pills from the evidence room and they weren't there. The sheriff's office says McCallum has been fired. He's due back in court next month.
President took to Twitter with some trumped-up claims, you'd say, about General Motors and China. You see the tweet here where the president says GM, which was once the giant of Detroit, is now one of the smallest auto manufacturers there. Well, industry data shows the president's claims are clearly wrong. GM is the largest automaker in the United States by sales. They also employ more people than Ford or Chrysler. And General Motors has never moved a plant from the United States to China. GM, though, thus far has not commented directly on the tweet.
Oh, what a day for arts, beats, and eats.
Let's get back to Jamie Edmonds, who's getting a taste of it all in Royal Oak. Hey there, Jamie.
Hey there, guys. You know, this is not a bad assignment. I'm going to talk about the eats. Of course, the cover band starts right when we want to talk, but this is Megan Bozanovsky, Little Brothers Burgers. What do you have?
Hi, we have some classic cheeseburger sliders as well as some delicious golden fries. We have our food trailer located right behind this van right here. And we also have one of our partners from our Golden Cone restaurant. Her name is...
That's here, right here, right? It's Toretta Pickens.
Yes, better known as Auntie Rara. And I have delicious gourmet ice cream cookie sandwiches, which can be found at the Golden Cone restaurant, which is inside of Arts Beats and Eats, right on the corner of 4th and Center Street.
I love sweets. I'm going to try that. And one more. This is Fisk Bigger Man Can Wine.
Yeah, we make awesome wine in a can. Each can's handcrafted in Sonoma, California. You can find us all over Arts Beats and Eats. And we're also located at Meyer throughout the whole state of Michigan. So we're really excited to be here.
Fisk wanted me to try wine, but I feel like that's inappropriate on the job. But I'll try a French fry. How about that? Really good stuff. We got the beats, you got the eats, you got a lot going on here. And I think everyone should come down this weekend. Live from the festival. Back to you.
All right.
Got it, Jamie.
I was going to say, you could bring the wine and the can back if you'd like.
She just lost her audition on Later Today.
Yes, they want me to bring this back, so I'll bring it back for everyone.
That'd be very
Thank you,
nice.
Jamie.
All right, Jamie, we'll be back to you with sports in just a few minutes.
Still ahead, it's a type of animal you don't want to come across, and it's just been spotted again in Michigan.
Also, here's Priya.
A
candidate for city council in Oakland County says she wasn't the only one who filed incorrectly, but she is the only one off the ballot. We'll explain why.